Good morning, and welcome to Needles at the Ready. I'm Kevin.
I'm Ray.
Today,
I didn't know that you actually started.
Today is Saturday, July 8th, 2023.
Wow.
This is episode 90, and this is our YouTube channel where we talk about knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing, and yarn buying. And we forgot two things.
What?
The pin and the sticker.
No, we didn't.
Oh, good job.
Thanks.
Yay. Good
I'm
for you.
on top of the world.
So, welcome, everybody. I hope
Hello.
everybody's doing well. It has been 2 weeks, and we have a lot to talk about.
We do have a lot to talk about. I don't know if this is going to be...
Don't jinx. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do the... That's the jinx. I have 3 whips. How many do you have?
4?
And I have no FOs.
I don't have any FOs either.
So,
I was wondering if this is the first time that we didn't have any FOs.
And I said absolutely not.
Yeah, probably not. We've got some larger projects. We've had our fingers in a lot of different things lately.
We've actually been very busy the past 2 weeks.
We have been very busy.
So,
yeah. What a great segue. Let's talk about what we've been doing for the last 2 weeks.
Okay, so
Let's start pulling this up.
Okay. So after the last episode, we went to your mom's the following day, right?
For her birthday.
And we got to meet our new niece and nephew.
They are so cute, so small. They're about 5 pounds, I think. They're very, very small. Boy and a girl. This is my brother's kids. So they went from a family of a family of 3 with 1 child to a family of 5.
Yes.
So they went from 1 to 3 kids in a day.
So we got to hold Roman and Eloise.
They were so sweet.
They are.
They were so little. Like,
oh my gosh.
Like their hands are like this big, and the little feet. What?
Well, not that big.
No, they were teeny. We can't show pictures, but
no.
Very, very cute.
Yes.
So that was nice, and we got to celebrate my mom's birthday. She turned 42, so happy birthday, Mom. And then, yeah, it was nice. It's always nice to just like hang out. We had got some pizza.
Yeah,
Both
pizza.
My brothers came. Yeah.
We had chips, cake.
Played a little Nintendo.
Yeah, like old school Nintendo, Contra they were playing, so that was fun.
It brought back a lot of memories.
And then was that also bingo weekend? No, bingo was last weekend, right?
No, that was, so we podcasted, and then we had Fiber Hustle Bingo.
Oh, right.
So we
after
did Pride
podcast.
Bingo, which was really, really fun.
Yes.
It's always so much fun doing that.
Let's see.
I just think it's so clever to like sit there on Zoom and play bingo with a bunch of people.
Actually, you have the...
There was some good... They always play like the best music. And
yeah, I got very excited because he had a mashup playing of Kelly Clarkson and Pink, which was a fantastic mashup, actually.
I'm sure you probably have seen, but this is the picture of what Kevin and I wore. And then this is our setup for bingo.
Yeah,
my mom came.
We do it in the dining room.
We do it in the dining room. But look at everybody had like bright colors, and it was really, really fun.
Yeah, they do bingo typically 3 times a year. So Halloween, Pride, and New Year's Eve. And it's just a blast.
Totally.
They do such a good job. And
you won.
I did win. I won a Scrappy Angel bag.
You sure did. And then my mom also won.
Yeah, she won.
Which was really good.
Actually, do I have it up here? I won this. To start. I actually won this book, but Aaron knew I already had the book. So then...
We do have a track record of owning multiple copies of these books and not realizing it.
Somebody mentioned, which they are absolutely correct.
Totally. This is delicious, by the way.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
We have to make some more today.
Yeah.
If you guys don't do this, definitely get a cold brew iced coffee maker if you're an iced coffee person. It's so delicious. It's way better than iced coffee that you get from like a Starbucks or a Dunkin'. And you throw it in 24 hours later and you got some good iced coffee.
It's super simple if you don't know even what that is. It's like a carafe, and then there's a core that sits inside that you fill up with, coffee grounds and stuff, that your favorite coffee blend. And you just put it in there and it sits there, kind of like infuses, like a fruit infuser almost, but for coffee.
For sure.
Yeah, and you just let it sit there overnight and boom, you've got great coffee. So we got these sugar-free flavored syrups. I totally cut you off. I apologize, but I hadn't finished my thought yet. Is that why you were laughing?
No, I'm just laughing at how we totally went left from talking about bingo and all of a sudden we're on iced coffee.
Oh. Well, I think it was my fault.
Probably.
Usually is. What else? So yeah, bingo was really, really fun.
Yeah. So
we started using again.
We started using that freeform app, and then we stopped, and now we're back to it because it really helps us organize for those.
Totally does. So here's this is our podcast today, basically. So we wanted to kind of talk about the things that we did. We met the twins. We did bingo. We had another. We dog sat for our brother's dog, my brother's dog. His name is Max. He's also a Yorkie.
Oh, I have pictures of him.
He's about 10 years old. We actually got Max when he was a puppy. Kevin and I did. We kind of he's so sweet. Oh my God, he's so sweet. We kind of rescued him. The owners weren't doing a really great job. They weren't prepared for a little puppy. And when we had Tarquin, he was about a year. And so we couldn't say no. So we brought him in. And then my brother wanted to take him, and so they did. So they kind of grew up. Max grew up a little bit with us and Tarquin for a couple of weeks. Anyway, we had him for 4 nights. I think
Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. Yeah, 3 nights: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night.
Okay, right. And it was very interesting having a dog in the house again. It was sweet. It was very sweet. Yeah. It's a lot of work again, and our lives changed a little bit, since Tarquin passed. I know. So anyway, he was so sweet. It was really, really nice to have him, and I think it's also a relief for my brother and his family to be able to go out on vacation and not have to worry, about that. It's okay. I know you're. So we'll move on from that. So we had Max. We also your contact popping out. Poor thing. We also went to the library again for our local knit night. Yeah. Which is they call the group the Knitwits, which is cute. So we got to hang out there. It was nice to see faces and then have them remember what we were working on and stuff.
Yeah. It was actually really funny because they're like, "Oh, you weren't working on that last time." Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, I have about 15 whips to go. I could come here for the rest of the year and show a different project every time.
I know. I'm going to be bringing a different project with me next time too. But it's so nice. There were 12 of us, something like that.
Something about
12, 15. Yeah. The group is over 20, 25 people, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just nice that it's 5 minutes away from us. And they've been doing it for a couple of years. I know we've been talking about it. So we're going to go again this Wednesday. It's every other Wednesday night. And then this week they're going to be doing a little workshop on brioche, which is nice. So we'll bring a couple of things that we've done with brioche. And then I haven't done brioche in a while.
No, I haven't done brioche since the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess from my Harlow hat.
Yeah, because there was no brioche in the twists and turns, right?
No.
So that was fun. And then, one of the bigger things, this kind of goes into the admin-y things, is that we have 2 knit-alongs going on right now, or make-alongs. One we're co-hosting with Paula over at mYak Yarn and Joji Locatelli. It is the summer Mal. Actually, I think I have a picture of it. We've been trying to be good. Oh, here it is. Summer Cal with Joji Locatelli, mYak, and Needles at the Ready. Basically, it's a very chill knit along. You just knit any of Joji's patterns. There are no rules. Whips are allowed. We did a kickoff cast-on party yesterday via Zoom. There were a bunch of people on. It was really nice.
Yeah, there were a lot of familiar faces.
I'm sorry. I think I threw you over the edge earlier. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Joji was there. Paolo was there. We answered questions. We chatted. Showed off our projects. We'll show you what we cast on for the knit along, what we're going to be making. Yeah. If you've been following on Instagram, you'll see what I started.
I know. I'm
so excited.
Yet. I don't have as much progress as you do because mine is kind of worked in the opposite.
Yeah.
Yours grows. Mine starts really long and kind of shrinks. So
well, that's the thing is you started your stitches. You have probably triple the amount of stitches that I have on mine right now. But she talked about her 2 new patterns. mYak has a thread on Ravelry, which we have linked down below in our show notes. So head on over there. You'll get all the details if you want to take part in the conversation. There'll be some prizes. It's just really it was a cool way to kind of kick that off and then to be interactive. So yesterday was the first Zoom. We're probably going to do maybe 2 more. And then it'll end in...
What? So one more in August.
One more in August.
It ends in September. The final one, we're going to be at Brooklyn General.
Yeah, okay. We'll be heading over to...
Brooklyn General for like the wrap-up.
In person.
Yeah.
It'll be really great. So hopefully we'll let you know the date of that. I don't think do we have a date for that yet? I'm not sure, but it'll be in September.
I want to say... I believe I'm going to say tentatively it's September 30th.
Okay. Wow. That's the end of September.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So mark your calendars if you're in the tri-state area and you want to pop on down and hang out with us and Paula and see all the wonderful things over at Brooklyn General. We're excited to go visit the store. We've been to their booths a couple of times at some of the events, but never the store. And then I think that'll lead us into...
No, and then we have one other thing that we did.
Tell me.
I
can
kind
probably
of
check
like
my...
soft launched our...
This is scary to announce.
Our website. So the website, instead of using Etsy, going forward, the website is needlesattheready.com. So here's just like a little preview. There's still some tweaks that need to be made to it, but it is up. It will ask you if you want to sign up for like email newsletters or announcements. If you do that, you will get an email just confirming that you would like to receive emails. So it's just like double confirmation.
Yeah.
So I woke up one day last week at 4 a.m. and I worked on the website all day. So I've added a couple things. There's what has been on Etsy is currently on there, and I put Etsy on vacation mode while I continue to transition everything over to the website. So feel free to go check it out. If you have any feedback, let us know. The one thing I know that is missing that needs to go up, and it'll probably go up this weekend, is the About Us page. So if you thought that was
It's so
missing,
weird writing that about yourself, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's why I had you do it. So that should be up by the end of the week. But the site is live.
Yeah.
So feel free to go check it out.
And it's a lot easier to say than search, because Etsy is really difficult to navigate, I think. No. Yeah. So needlesattheready.com. That's us. And we don't know how the ordering will go yet.
I know.
So we'll find out today if any of you want to place an order.
Yeah, the only new thing, or not new thing, the only thing I added to that wasn't on Etsy is I re-dyed fancy flannel on 7525.
So did you bring it to show today?
No, it's actually in the spare room.
Spare room?
Like, it was finished.
It felt dry.
Yeah, I had finished drying it from there. Yeah. But yeah, so that was the other big thing that we did this week.
That's huge. Congratulations. You worked really hard on that. Yeah.
Thanks.
So yeah, like Kevin said, we'll open to feedback and, join the mailing list. We promise we will not be sending out emails.
Maybe like once a month.
Yeah.
Just when there's probably just when there's shop updates. Yeah. And I do those every 2 to 4 weeks. So.
Right. I don't want to set ourselves up to have these delusions of grandeur that we're going to be doing newsletters and things like that. No. Though that might come in the future. Who knows? So then that's that. And I finished my classes. I finished this last class today. I'll be turning in my last assignment. And then I start a new course. Literally, it started already. Right away. And then I believe I'm going to try to take 7 weeks off, like one semester or half a semester off in the fall, because I'm feeling a little bit crispy.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's
Rhinebeck and New England sheep and wool time frame too, so there's a little bit going on around there.
I don't want to have to do homework at like an Airbnb or something. Right. You know what I mean?
I know.
And then, so then we have our Let's Hear It for the Boys make along, which has been so incredible seeing all of your projects and progress on things and getting tagged on Instagram. This is on Ravelry, and we do have a hashtag on Instagram. It's NATRBoys2023. And we got it's been a long time coming, and we're still waiting for a few things. but we really wanted to get some like merch and like fun things with that logo. So we had some pins made, and we have stickers, and we have tote bags coming.
They should arrive tomorrow. They were supposed to ship. They were supposed to ship last week, last Monday, and they didn't ship until like Tuesday or Wednesday this week.
So we're hoping that when they come, we're going to package a sticker, a pin, and a tote bag together.
Yes.
And we'll have those for sale if you're interested on the website. But here's the sticker. I love this logo. It's so good.
I know. And
it's a vinyl sticker. Oops, it just fell. But I can promise you it's a vinyl sticker. Pen. It's good quality. Oh, show the backing card. I love the card too.
Here's the backing card for the pin, and then the pin goes there.
Yeah.
So the pin's a 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch, and the sticker's 3x3.
Yeah, good size.
Yeah. The tote bags. I'm excited to see those when they come in.
Me too.
So once they're in, those will go up in the shop, and we'll announce it probably on Instagram, because they should be here, like I said, tomorrow.
Or maybe we'll do that as our first announcement on our mailing list, now that we have such a thing.
Good job.
So join our mailing list. I can't believe I just said that out loud. I think that's all the administrative stuff.
Yeah, let's get into some
That was
knitting.
16 minutes.
I know.
Kev.
So like I said, I have 3 whips. You have 4?
I have 4.
So you go
We
first.
also have some giveaways that we're going to be doing during this episode. Should we talk about them now so we can get people ready, or should we wait?
Yes, we have 2 giveaways. So first up is...
I'm so excited about this. I left it in the bag because...
Yes, we want to ship it
and I'm
this
very
way.
jealous.
So Ginger Snap That sent us this lovely package as a giveaway for you guys. This actually goes live today at noon. I don't know if it's noon Eastern time, though.
They're on the West Coast.
So I'm thinking like either Mountain Standard or Pacific time. So
do you think it'll be on their Insta?
This is their s'mores sock set. Oh, it's a little bit different than yours.
It is a little bit different. That's why I was a little bit...
So this set comes with the s'mores colorway, a mini, which is orange. It comes with a bag, and it comes with needle stoppers that are fire.
July 8th, noon Mountain Standard Time. Look, I can't.
It's such a
Kev,
good set.
I have to... We can't give this away.
Yes, we are. So it's just a beautiful set, and Ray got it last year.
I did, but here's their collection. So you can get the 3 different size bags if you want to. Those stitch markers, did you show those?
No,
or
I
the
didn't.
stitch stoppers?
Yeah, I show those.
Oh my gosh.
The stitch stoppers are
I'm
so
addicted
cute
to these things. I love them so much. Look at it knit up on the little swatch, the little sweater swatch.
Show your sock, though.
I'm gonna. So this was last year's s'more sock. Now I wear my socks all the time, so these are very very much worn and loved. But this is the s'more set from last year. There was a brown mini.
Yeah.
There, but I absolutely loved this. Oh, and the bag.
I know. I don't know where your bag is.
You know what? I don't know either. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Well,
because that would be a perfect bag to put a project in.
I know.
Right now.
Oh, I gotta
we're
sneeze.
In summer season, Nostrovia. Salud. So, anyway, so we're gonna be giving away that set, and the prompt should be
s'mores.
S'mores.
Use s'mores.
Use s'mores.
So
you know what? If you so use the word s'mores. SMORES. There's an apostrophe there, like
after the S.
S'more. So S''MORES. But also tell us, like, we did s'mores one time with our god kids in the backyard, and used different types of chocolates instead of just the regular Hershey's chocolate.
Yeah.
So we did like Kit Kats and Reese's. Yeah. So tell us if you have your favorite s'mores hack. I would love that. I think that would be really fun.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And then our second giveaway for this episode is, hold on, some sock patterns for a pattern that was released recently.
Sweet.
So this is Linda Simpson, who is
Linda Simpson Designs.
Yes, Linda Simpson Designs. She just released her first sock pattern. The pattern is called
so cute.
Trophimus socks. So here's the pattern. So we are giving away 4 patterns.
What?
Yes. So if you can comment and use the word socks. Just use the word socks in your comment, and you will be entered for the giveaway, and we will announce it on the next episode in 2 weeks.
And then we'll send over 4 of those patterns to 4 winners. 4 winners, so you have really good chances.
So we have 4 winners for the socks, and then 1 person gets the kit from Ginger Snap That. So thank you to both of those makers for donating those prizes. And
disclaimer, when we do the giveaways on YouTube, we tend to get a lot of comments, and Kevin and I like to respond to every comment. Sometimes it's difficult when we're doing a giveaway, so don't be offended if we don't reply with words to your comment, but we will heart it to make sure that so that you know that we saw it. We of course love every comment, and that you'll be we
Yes.
Just a little disclaimer there, because sometimes it gets overwhelming because we want to be able to respond to everybody.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So now it's officially knitting time. So go ahead with your whips.
I feel like I need a break.
Well, you don't get one, Felicia. Keep going.
Felicia. All right. So let me just show this, because I've been working on this for a really long time, only because it's the easy stockinette in the round. These are my socks. My frozen grasshopper socks that with Kevin's yarn.
Which, funny story, is I attempted to dye, and I completely misread my notes on it, and so there's going to be it's going to be a one-of-a-kind, but one-of-a-kinds are now going to be called single brews.
Love it.
So I'm going to change that on the site. I have a section just for one-of-a-kinds. I'm going to change it to single brews, and it will go up. It's much more saturated than this. And I didn't do any speckles on it like I did on that.
Okay. So I did this is my vanilla sock pattern. However, I'm using the wedge heel, the Dutch heel from the Alacrity socks by Denise DeSantis of Earth Tones Girl. I showed those socks before, but I love the heel on that, like that square heel. It fits me so well, and I'm doing the garter heel flap, however the knitted heel turn, so I kind of married those two together. We'll have that pattern linked down below if you want to check that out. It's really cool because she gives you options for both the garter, in garter stitch and stockinette, and then she also does the same thing for the toe. So the toe, I think I just did a regular stockinette. But here's what I have. This is what I did. I finished, I think I was maybe here. I wasn't very far. But I did the heel flap, so you can see that it's the garter stitch heel flap. It is a square heel. Oh, it's going to be hard. Oh, you can kind of see it. It's a square heel, which, like I said, fits me very, very well. The heel turn in the bottom is stockinette there, and now I'm just back in the round. So I only, work on this when I'm at a point where it's my other projects are at a difficult point to just kind of have TV knitting or whatever, and I want to still knit.
Did I just dribble everywhere? I don't think so. I don't know. I thought it felt like it. Okay. Maybe I did, but I don't think I did.
So anyway, it's been really nice. This is on the 80-20 base. Kevin's 80-20 base, 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. I have obviously plenty to finish off the sock. I do have my first one finished, which I know I've shown this a lot, but I just think it's so pretty.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. So this is the first sock here. You can see the garter stitch there. I did on this one a 1x1 twisted rib. But this one, I just did a 1x1 rib because I forgot that I was doing a twisted rib on this one, which we talked about last time. And then just a standard
square toe?
Wedge toe.
Wedge.
That's it.
All right.
That's my whip number 1.
So...
Oh, and I do 72 stitches on 2.25 millimeter needles and 9-inch circular needles. I messed it up. 9-inch circular needles. Did I do it?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
I know. It's been quite a while since you've done that.
I wasn't prepared. All right, that's that. And this is living in my Matterroot bag that we got at Maryland Sheep and Wool. It's so beautiful.
I know.
We'll have them linked down below. They have some really cool like shirts and sweatshirts and stuff too. I would love one of those.
All right. Are you good with that?
I think so. Did I tell you everything I needed to tell you?
I believe so.
Okay, great.
All right. So this project is new. It's living in my Jezebel B bag.
These are such good bags too.
This is a bit of a departure. Is it even in here?
Your project?
Yeah, I don't know. It is. Okay.
I mean, that bag is so huge. That's what she said.
This is not a normal thing that you guys would see from me.
No, it's not. But I'm very impressed and proud of you.
There's so much in here. All right, here we go. Jeez.
Oh, it looks so good in the daytime.
Okay. I made very little progress. I actually haven't worked on it in a couple days. I started a granny stripe baby blanket.
That doesn't look knit, Kevin.
It is crocheted.
What?
Look at me go. Here, this is the right way. And now I've added the third color. So, this is...
It's cute.
I know that this yarn is Barnyard Knits. That was in my Vertices Unite.
Yep.
This was a mini that we got from row 1. And then this is On the Round. It's this one. And I did...
It's really pretty.
A shawl in this for Dana's mom.
Yep.
So I am using 3.5 millimeter hook or an E. This is the Clover Amour set.
Where'd you get that hook from?
From your collection.
Oh, okay.
Which is a good hook. So I hope I'm doing this right.
You are. It looks great.
I don't know about, weaving in ends yet. So I'm going to have a lot since I'm changing every stripe, which I thought about after the fact. I probably should have done 2 in each color, and that would prevented so many.
So you can crochet them in as you're crocheting.
I know you're going to have to show me because I
you.
don't know how to do that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I watched the video from Bella Coco.
She's wonderful. Isn't she wonderful?
And I think I just chained somewhere between like 181 and 183 stitches, or chain stitches. Yes, stitches. And then I'm just following her double crochets into the stuff, and then doing that. Whatever she tells me to do.
Doing a granny stripe.
I'm doing a granny stripe, and I'm doing the double crochet clusters. You do it 3 times into each section and
into each space. Then you skip.
And then you skip 2.
Usually.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
It looks so good. I am craving another crochet project, but I need to finish
the one that you have and start the one after that.
Right. I have 2 more blankets. One full blanket to do, and.
But the other blanket should be easier because you're gonna.
I am gonna modify that. So, I'm gonna cut it out a little bit.
Yeah. So that's that. I'm not following an actual pattern. So we'll just see how long. I don't know. I'm assuming it's wide enough. I don't know how long I'm gonna make it.
No, that's great. I think crochet is so much more forgiving than knitting is, and I think it lends itself to trying out new things and experimenting, like without an official pattern.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm hoping I don't have to do a border though.
Yeah, but if you can.
I mean, I could.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to. You certainly don't have to.
Okay. So that was whip 1.
Great.
For me.
I love that you did crochet. I was like holding my breath, like, oh god, I hope he likes it. I hope he likes it. And I mean, you chained, your initial chain was too tight the first time.
Yeah, I took it out. Mm-hmm. And then I chained again. Mm-hmm. And I made sure I went much looser. I think that's the hardest thing about crochet is your tension. At least for me, that it can vary so much because you don't have everything on a needle, which helps keep your loops a standard size.
Yeah. And I think that first chain, that foundation chain, if you do a foundation row or whatever, that's probably the most critical piece or part of it, like, starting a crochet.
Yeah.
Because if it's too tight, it'll be all wonky.
Yeah, there's no give.
Yeah. Great. Good job.
Thanks.
Okay. Number 2, I made... Oh, you know what? Let's do this, because we took a week off. This is the Mystery Wool-Along, the M-Wall, from... Oh, I keep, clicking on it from Ann Hansen, by Bare Naked Wools, or Knit Spot. I talked about this. It was a hap, either a shawl triangle or a hap square, which will be sort of like a blanket or a square shawl. And you don't know what the pattern is. You don't even know what the yarns are. And I signed up while we were in Montreal, and we are on clue 3, just finished. We had last week off for the holiday, and then the clues will start coming again on Tuesday. And I am absolutely in love with this. So this is the inspiration photo. This is not what the shawl is going to look like, but this is an inspiration of a hap. There's a really cool history, which we've talked about before, with haps and where they come from and why. I wish that I put this on larger needles, but it really doesn't matter, I guess. So here, oh god, it smells so good. I miss working on this. All right, so I made a lot of progress. So this is what we have so far. Sorry, spoiler alerts, but you should be. I mean, the clues are released already. So, this is the first part here, color A. This was a British Jacob, which was lovely. And then it goes into this really pretty lace section here. And then we started bringing in some other colors. All of the colors are now in this shawl. And then there's almost like a feather and fan type of lace pattern in here as well, at this point. And yeah, so it's going to be about 50 inches or so.
Okay.
I think. But isn't that, you can kind of get an idea. So this will be like one corner. And that's all of it together so far. Isn't that pretty?
It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, it's going to be so beautiful, I think.
Good thing we bought more blocking mats.
I know. Good thing, Kev. Good job. So, yeah, this is what I have so far. I'm very curious to see these sections spread out a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I've never done a feather and fan, but it's kind of similar, right?
I don't know, to be honest, because I haven't done one either.
But I think it looks really cool. And this is one that this has been my primary focus as the clues come in, because there's a lot of stitches on here right now, like a ton. I think it's 600 maybe, close to 700 stitches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot, and it's knit in the round, as you can see, and the recommended needles are a US 7. Look how cute my little sheeps are, and the yarn.
It smells like sheep.
Divine. I will tell you, because each week there's also 2 Zooms. I've only been able to go to one Zoom so far. There have been... Sorry, let me start again. On the Zooms, there's Wool School, and then there's just a social Zoom. And in the Wool School, she's talking about what the base of the makeup of the yarn is, which is really exciting because you still don't know. They're all different bases. So we know 3 of them so far. I don't want to get it wrong. I wonder if I put it in... wonder if I put it in here. Would it be under patterns, maybe? I could always do a search, right? Is that how these things work?
Yeah.
Shush. Carry on.
So while he's looking at that, did any of you guys join Threads? So, and if you don't know, Threads is Facebook, Instagram's version of Twitter. I did, and I don't know how I feel about it. So, did you? Do you like it? Are you going to use it? Okay.
It's not... I can't find it. Anyway, I am so sorry. I don't know...
Check Needles at the Ready because all of the...
That's where I'm at. No. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, that's why. Psh. Come on, Kev. What am I doing?
I don't know.
Here it is. Okay. Where's the rest of... Guys, this is really uncomfortable.
Well, what were you going to say about it?
I was going to tell you the yarns.
Oh, I see.
Here we are. Whew. Is everybody still around? Okay, the first one I told you was British Jacob. This color B, which is this guy on the top here, is Wensleydale. You can definitely feel the difference when you're touching them. And then the beautiful lace pattern here is Shetlandia. I don't know anything about that sheep. So the zooms are recorded, so I'm going to check them out so I can hear a little bit more about the wools. But I thought it was cool. So we still have 2 more colors that we don't know yet. Boy, that was a lot of talking and dead air. So I apologize. Okay. So that's my whip number 2, the one that I probably gave the most attention to.
Yeah, you definitely worked on it the most out of everything.
That's my primary. I think my primary knit.
Table's moving.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right. So my next whip actually has been my main thing that I've worked on for the past 2 weeks. This is living in my Paradise Island bag that we got at Vogue Knitting Live in New York. So this is
stunning. You made a lot of progress on this.
Also a Anne Hansen Bare Naked Wools pattern.
Oh, we have a lot of
this yarn was purchased at Rhinebeck last year. It is their Stone Soup DK, which is... So it's Stone Soup DK. This is 300 yards, 4 ounces. It's a 2-ply. And it is 80% wool, which is a blend of Rambouillet, Columbia, Lincoln, Churro, 15% alpaca and llama, and then 5% combination of tencel, bamboo, silk, and bison. This is in the colorway Granite, so it's a really deep gray.
I love the little nips in there.
Yeah, and it's got vegetation in it. It's got the neps. It's got everything. That's why it's called Stone Soup. So I am working on the pattern called His Home Office. This pattern's fantastic because there's 3 different patterns in the pattern. I will be making this version, so I'm going to be making the V-neck. And it also has instructions to do a cardigan and to do a crew neck. So last time I showed it, I had just started it, and then I ripped it out that weekend, the following day. And the reason being, this is my initial swatch, which I did a 3x1 rib. That's not what the pattern calls for, and I noticed that during Zoom Bingo, it's actually a 3x1 broken rib. And I noticed my gauge just looked different knitting it, so I did a really baby swatch just to double check, and my gauge was different. It was closer to the recommended gauge, which is 20 stitches for 4 inches. I was getting like somewhere around 19 and a half. So I changed my size and I went with the recommended size. So I am doing size, the 4th size, which is for 46-inch chest. The sweater does recommend, I believe it's 3 to 6 inches of positive ease. I have a 42-inch chest, so that would give me 4 inches. And if my gauge changes and it's a little bit bigger, then I'm okay with that because I can get up to 6 inches, and I don't mind that. Because I can see myself wearing like a button down underneath it, so I would like it to have some room.
Yeah.
So here is my progress so far. This is, can you hold that?
I would love to.
So it's knit in pieces. Here, you could just.
Oh, you want me to hold? Yes.
And
but wait, there's 2
knitting both on the back and the front at the same time.
I think that's really smart.
So what I've done is
in tandem, not 2 at a time.
Right, in tandem. I cast on the recommended number
really,
of stitches using a cable cast on.
Look at the texture. It's
really it's good. Really beautiful. And what's interesting too with this yarn is it just relaxes so much once it's blocked. You know what though? Like, hold on, I'm gonna look at this. Oh, that's not mine. I do feel like in the photo the ribbing is much more noticeable than this is.
Absolutely not. Look at it. You can see the ribbing.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's perfect, Kev. It's great. And then you'll have a lot of stretch here too.
I will. I think it's going to work out really well. So,
I agree.
What I cast on, because it doesn't give you a recommendation for the cast on, I did the cable. Excuse me.
Oh.
I did a cable cast on, and I followed the Brooklyn Tweed video. And here it is.
Which we had linked down below in the last video. We'll keep it linked down below in this one too.
Yeah, and I just want to show like how stretchy it actually is.
Yeah.
And I do feel like it makes a really nice finished edge. So, you know, last time I had said if you don't like doing tubular, I would say this is a really good substitution for a tubular cast on. It really does kind of look like it. So I did, I think, 3 inches of ribbing, and now I'm onto the body. I'm about, last time I measured, I think I was just about 12 inches or over.
You might be ready.
I'm supposed to knit till 17, but I think that's too long for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure my So Basic. No, that's a lie. I'm going to measure my Once in Floral.
I was going to say, you didn't knit a So Basic.
No. My Once in Floral, just to see what the length is from the underarm and get an idea if I want to go to a 17-inch body.
But this is a really clever idea, I thought, to do them in tandem.
Yeah,
so your gauge will remain the same, and
in this way, once I start my shaping for the armholes, I can make sure that I'm doing at the same exact point on each piece.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about...
So do you seam it together first and then pick up stitches and knit the arms, or do you knit the arms separately?
The
and then
arms are knit
afterwards?
separately and
you seam
attached.
Everything together?
Yes.
Oh.
So
you're never knitting this in the round?
Never. At least I don't think so. No, I don't see how I would.
Because you could seam it, and then join it in the round. Add the sleeves and then join it in the round for the yoke.
To be honest, I don't know. I believe
I don't know.
The sleeves will get attached afterwards.
Really cool. You made so much progress. That's a lot of knitting, Kev.
It feels, it is, but it goes by so quickly. I've been putting a stitch marker every 10 rows.
I think that's smart.
Well, this is the beginning of the 10 rows. So that was row 1.
And sorry.
Every 10 rows. And then what I'll do is after like 20 or 30, I'll switch to the other one, do the same. I'll do that 20 or 30 and then go another 20 or 30 and then go back. And then just kind of do the same thing. It was kind of what I did on my sleeves for the cardigan. And it made it feel like it went really fast.
Yeah.
And this is making it feel like it went really quick. Like I'm almost done with 2 pieces where if I did the one, I'd probably be done with one piece. So I liked it. It's a nice little method. I'll probably, if I ever do another pieced thing, I would probably do the same thing. I
would love to do the cardigan version of that because it's really pretty.
I will probably buy another sweaters quantity, maybe not the stone soup, but of Bare Naked Wool's.
Yeah, their yarn is so gorgeous.
What's really nice too is that they have so many patterns. We were talking about that Thursday night. Oh, where'd it go? Just a little. They have so many beautiful patterns. So if you haven't, definitely check out Bare Naked Wool's website. Check out Ann Hansen's patterns.
Yeah.
A ton available for men too. So it would be a great spot to go if you are looking to do a Let's Hear It for the Boys sweater.
Totally.
A lot of good men's options. And two other good options, I think, are the new vests that Brooklyn Tweed has released. So those are beautiful vests. I forget the names of them, but they're two. One of them looks pretty simple, and the other one's has some more detail.
Why don't you look those up while I talk about mine? Because that's a good transition. Because my next one is also a knit spot pattern by Ann Hansen. It's called the Multigrain, and I showed last time I was done with one sleeve, and I had just started the second sleeve. So this week I have officially finished both of the sleeves. So they are both done.
Very nice.
Yeah. This is also a broken rib, but it's like a 1x1 broken rib. The yarn is exactly the same. It's stone soup, but my color is marble. So even though there are little nips in here, it's very difficult to see them unless you kind of look up close. But I'm hoping, once I block it, you'll be able to see them a little bit more, I think. And then there's also some little, dark spots in there as well.
I was going to say, you have the dark nips in there.
Yeah, which is really cool.
They're not as noticeable, obviously, because of the...
So I did both of the sleeves. They fit very, very well. And...
It's very squishy.
It is so squishy. This yarn is really, really lovely. I cannot wait to block it. So I finished those, and I cast on the body. I took Kevin's advice, really basically copied Kevin, and did the cable cast on as well. So
it's such a beautiful cast on.
It really is. It creates a really finished looking edge.
We were saying we think... it might be a good option for socks to start a 1x1
Yeah, I was
sock.
wondering. Yeah. So what's interesting about this, with this is there's so many more. Well, not so many more black specks in there. The lighting is a little bit off.
Well, I wondered that too because I feel like we look dark, but we also have very bright lights, so our vision's just different.
Yeah. So anyway, this I showed you the pattern. So what's really cool is along the sides, you have a cable, little cable panel. It's 3x3 cable, just alternate, and one on this side and then one on this side. It's a 4-row repeat, which is really, really easy. I'm using the little ring counter though to keep track. I should get a shorter one. I just put an order in. I'll show you. We got some things from Twice Shared Sheep. So I'll show you a couple more things that we got. But this is from Twice Shared Sheep. I find that it helps me a lot. And it definitely helped me a lot with the decreases to keep track. Because I did my decreases every 8 rows. I think. No, every 7th row. So it was easy for me to keep track of that. And then... so yeah, I love the yarn. I think the cable looks great in there. That big chunky cable, it really does pop with the yarn. And so yeah, so that's where I am right now. So it's been nice because I've been able to focus a lot on this since we had that week off of clues on the blanket. So it'll get done. It's actually knitting up a lot faster than I thought it was going to be, especially with the, doing a 1x1 rib seems like it would be a pain, but it's really not. It kind of flies, and I've got almost 300 stitches on here, I think.
I think a DK sweater is a really great weight because it's not too heavy. It's not as heavy, as a worsted or an Aran, and it knits up really quickly. It's a really good weight to do.
Yeah.
And I just want to go back for a moment. I apologize. So mine is knit on I forgot to mention, a US 5, which is the 3.75 millimeter for the ribbing, and then the body is knit on a US 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter.
Yeah. So I was going to say the same thing. So mine is exactly the same. So it's a 5 millimeter needle. US 5 for the ribbing, and then 7 for the body. So we're out of our 7s, so we need to get some more 7s.
And what's your gauge on yours supposed to be?
18.
So this is interesting, and it actually makes a really good point as to why my gauge changed. So you're doing a 1x1 broken rib. Your gauge is 18.
Yeah.
I'm doing a 3x1 broken rib.
Yeah.
My gauge is 20. So same yarn, same needles.
So
the gauge is different. Right. And then I did a 3x1 actual rib where my gauge was at 18. Mm-hmm.
But I think that also, so a lot of factors can play into it. If it was a stockinette sweater, they would be the exact same. So because I have the cables, that pulls in your stitches along the side. So they would want a larger gauge, you know what I mean? Because you're going to end up with that much more positive ease. Or at least, once that bunches in, it's going to be, even out. And then with the 3x3, you have a lot more stretch.
Right, I had a lot more stretch, so that's why I was getting 18. Mm-hmm. And when I corrected it and did the 3x1 broken rib, my gauge got smaller. I got more stitches per inch.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's a good point because, this little bit of cable will be enough to pull that in, so you've got to compensate for the gauge. And I think that's where, designers... they're so smart. I could never do that. There's a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
So definitely support those designers if you ever come across a pattern and think $10 might seem like a lot of money, but the amount of work that it takes to do all of that is absolutely incredible. So so that's that.
All right.
I'm really excited about this. So hopefully that'll be done. My plan is to have that done by Rhinebeck, and then I have one more sweater that I'd like to get done.
Do not hold me to this, but my plan is to have that sweater done by the end of the month.
Okay. That's maybe doable. You've made a lot of progress.
I know.
It's July 8th.
Yeah. All right, so I have one last project.
Me too.
It is living in my Fancy Boy Designs yoga...
Sloth. They're so cute.
And this is a brand new cast on I cast on yesterday. So we had mentioned we're doing the Joji and mYak knit along. I chose my pattern. It's one I have not knit before, and I don't know why it hasn't gone into my... Thank you.
You're welcome.
It hasn't... I put it in my... whatchamacallit, my good notes, but I can't find it. It didn't sync, maybe.
Oh, you know what? Oh, GoodNotes had an update, and it said it wouldn't sync via the cloud until you updated it. I haven't updated mine yet.
Let me go to my library and Rav. All right. So I'm doing At Dawn by Joji. It is a triangle shawl. It is knit on a US 2.5, which is a 3 millimeter. So funny thing about that is...
It is?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Wow.
2.5, 3 millimeter.
Wow.
Am I sure? It says it there.
Oh my goodness.
So funny thing is the Chaogu interchangeable set doesn't have that size. So I went to my Knitter's Pride.
No.
is it Knitpicks or Knitter's Pride?
Knitter's Pride.
The Mindful collection,
Knitter's
which
Pride.
did, but I didn't like the knitting on it with it. So I came up here and we have a binder with fixed circulars.
We need to move those to the we bought those things specifically for those our fixed needles from what's it called? Remember she had all those beautiful cases, needle cases and stuff. I can't remember the name. Crimp & Works.
So I found a fixed circular 3-point US 2.5 3 millimeter. Okay, so at Dawn, it's a 2-color shawl. You need 1 skein of each. So I got
such a different gauge.
This yarn from mYak. This is on their 50% baby yak and 50% silk. It's a light fingering weight. So these are 25 grams and it's 127 yards. I am using this color as my main color. This is turquoise. So it's a really beautiful blue. And then to go with that, I'm using Savitri, which is this beautiful gold. This gold is actually the same gold that Joji used in the most recent pattern that she released the shawl with mYak, which is what prompted the knit along, is the shawl pattern and the sweater.
Yeah.
So here's where I'm at so far. I did not make much progress. Again,
you did. It's just a lot of needles, a lot of stitches.
Yeah, I cast on yesterday morning.
I didn't realize it's such a small gauge.
So it's a garter stitch shawl with short rows, and there will be some striping. So here's what I have. You cast on quite a large amount of stitches. Oh, and I just dropped one. There we go. So I have it on, I think, a 32-inch cord.
Look at this shine.
This is just...
The yarn is gorgeous.
Yeah, the yarn's beautiful. What I really like, too, is the tonality of the yarn. Yeah. As I've been knitting, I love seeing the little different, the darker bits and the lighter bits. And it's probably a combination because of the yak and the silk. They take the dye differently. And yak is a gray base. So all of these colors have a very, muted or gray undertone to them. I just think it's a beautiful base and color combination. So I'm excited to work on this and kind of see how it grows in the striping. The shape of it, actually, let me pull up the pattern. I don't know where, just so you guys can see the shape.
I think you showed it. Didn't I show it? I showed it.
No, the actual shape from the pattern itself.
This?
Yeah, I guess that's a better view.
Yeah.
And it's actually knit in...
That's why I chose that picture, because I think it's cool.
I'm knitting one section, and then I'll knit the second side of it.
Yeah.
So it's knit one side and then the second side.
They're kind of like mirrors of each other, so then you alternate the colors differently with the stripes. It's super cool.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be super wearable, too.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never knit it. That's why I picked it. So that is my last whip.
Great job. My cast on is the Pure Joy by Joji. She's lovely, by the way.
Oh yeah,
she's the sweetest person.
Yeah, she was very. So was Paula. They were. I know, it was
wonderful. So great. So this is the Pure Joy. Kevin and I have each knit one of these before. I knit one. You've knit two before?
I've knit 2 or 3.
Yeah. It's
a super quick knit. Personally, I think it's a great gift knit because you can. If it's the only thing you focus on, you can knit one in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks.
I think even faster than that because I cast this on. I cast this on Thursday night during our Zoom knit night, the last half an hour or so of that, because I wanted to have it at a place where I can chat. Yesterday while we were doing our Zoom and stuff. So I'm also using mYak yarns, same base, 50% baby yak and 50% silk.
What's the base name though?
I didn't see it.
I'll check. Hold on.
I don't see it on here.
No, go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay. And the colors that I chose are Shanda, which is this beautiful bluish gray color. And then I chose...
it's baby yak silk is the base.
Baby yak silk. Dakini, which is this beautiful orange color, but it also has like a pinkish salmon like feel to it.
I feel like it's more salmon, and on the gray it just darkens up. So
it does darken up. So like it looks orange there, I think, against the gray. And
it's really pretty.
It is pretty. So what I ended up doing, because these are 25 grams, and I ended up trying to see if I can like wet felt them together. I don't do the spit felting because I think that that's gross, but I know that you have to spit felt because there's an enzyme in there, blah, 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 blah.
I spit felt.
I think it's gross. So I don't do that, but I use water and I do it together. So it works. So I was able to felt them together. So I had our Swift and ball winder, got to the end, added the other part, felted it together, and then continued to wind it up. So I ended up with 200-gram cakes of yarn, so I could just keep on going. I don't have to stop and add new yarn. And I figured 100 grams should be enough, but we got 5 of each just in case.
Because the yardage could be different.
So I'm holding on to these just in case I need them. Plus, they're beautiful to look at. And this is what I have so far. I've actually made quite a bit of progress. I'm on the 3rd wedge already. Can you just hold that end there? So I'm on the 3rd wedge already here. It's striped with the but see, doesn't it look more orange there?
It leans orange and some light.
Yeah.
But I would say it's more salmon, personally.
I think this is so pretty, and honestly, like,
it's got to be beautiful once it's
so
blocked.
Drapey and soft. It's really, really, really pretty. So this, honestly, I've said this before, it is a pure joy to knit. You're doing, it's got short rows in there, wrap and turn, or it's got wrap and turns, but you don't have to ever pick up those wrap and turns. You just knit right through them as you're building your short rows. Yarn overs, purl 2-togethers, and knitting. Those are the only things you need to know for this shawl. It does have a garter tab cast on. She gives you instructions on how to do that, or you can use your favorite, garter tab cast on. It's a very forgiving knit. It's very, very simple.
It's a very wearable shawl.
Totally.
Again.
I wish we brought up our
I know. I literally just brought mine down.
Did you?
So it is a very long shawl. I want to say it probably runs somewhere around 80 inches. Yeah. And it's not very deep, so it's not something that you have to struggle with wearing.
Right. I wonder if there's another.
And the short rows.
Oh yeah, look at. So here's a picture of the shawl. Once it's like held out, so it's pretty long.
Yeah.
You can wear it as a scarf. You can definitely wrap it around like a like a shawl. Hohi here has it, wrapped around her like that, which is really gorgeous. It's a very cool shape. And like Kevin said, very wearable.
Yeah, if you have two skeins that you're not sure what to do with, if they complement each other, I would definitely recommend it.
Me too.
I think Pure Joy and Dotted Rays are my 2 go-to gift shawls.
I haven't done it. I still have yet to do the Dotted Rays. For some reason, I can't get it.
It's literally the same thing as a Pure Joy. Very similar to the construction of a Pure Joy.
It doesn't work for me.
That's okay.
I mean, I will try it one day.
It's not everybody's cup of tea.
No,
and that's okay.
It's still beautiful.
It is.
Yeah,
I know.
But it's been nice because there's a lot of people knitting the Pure Joy.
Yeah.
Seeing in the knit along and stuff. So yeah.
I think that's all of our knitting.
Wow.
So we're gonna move.
See, it's gonna be a short episode.
Into some yarn dyeing really quick. So something else that I did.
Oh, look what this is living in.
A chip basket.
My chip basket. I love it. Go to fiberhustle.com.
I know. I kind of wish I got that size. I got the medium. So who knows?
Well,
maybe
he's
still
I'll
get one.
Sewing his little fingers off. So
I know.
We can certainly get some more.
So what I've done, in addition to like some other dyeing, I think this was last weekend, possibly. I've been doing some color testing or color mixing in like mason jars with some mini skeins. So I'm just going to show some of the stuff that I've tested, and some of these will become colors. So here's like a bunch of them. Ready? All right. So one of them that I did test was this beautiful, like, chartreuse.
It's really cool. Look at the tonality of that.
I dyed it up. So there's definitely tonality in this. And I believe...
This is a lot brighter in person. Oh, no, it's showing there. That's a good...
So I think what this one is going to be called is...
Should I put the headlight on?
No. Chartreuse. If you know, put it in the comments. This one is probably going to be next. I like this purple. It's a little bit darker, but not really. I think it's really pretty.
It is pretty. You haven't dyed that up yet on
no,
a big
that
skin?
Actually, none of these have been dyed. I really like this pink.
Me too.
It's super bright.
It's a good one.
Right? Super bright.
Ooh.
This, like, minty aqua green blue. That actually is coming across a little bit brighter from what I see. But again, our lights, they distort our eyes and what we see.
But you guys might be seeing you're saying that they might be seeing trueness?
True, but we may not because the lights
are false.
Yeah. This is like a dusty pink. It's actually a little bit darker than what I was hoping for, so I may...
No, it's
but
really
I do think it's a beautiful...
Me too. I think it
dusty pink.
I think it needs to
have
its own
will
shine,
do that.
Yeah.
And then this, just a brown. It kind of reminds me of something I did different
Tobacco
recently.
leaf?
No, but it's still it's like a chestnutty brown.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
And then I think these are
Frost nipping at your nose.
Here's 3 different greens that I did. I love this one. I don't know if I can repeat this one though. This may have been a...
These are really pretty together.
This may be a leftover, like, where these 2 were tests for something that I will... Yeah, these are 2 other greens. These 2, I did it once. Actually, they're... And then I went back to see if I could replicate it, and I did. So this is like a... This is like a purpley red. It's actually almost like grape juice. Huh. Or cranberry. It's more cranberry, actually.
It's definitely cranberry.
So when I was young, my grandfather collected those cranberry plates.
What are those?
So it's a glass plate, and they were all a cranberry color. So he had them displayed all in our living room. Our living room had built-ins. Uh-huh. And his cranberry dishes were all there.
Do you think if I search for cranberry dishes, it'll show up?
I don't know. Cranberry plate. Go to images. Scroll down. I don't know if you'll find them. No. It's more like that. It's kind of... It wasn't Pyrex, but it was that kind of color.
Oh, pretty.
And then this was another just like dye that was left over. So... Yeah, so I've had fun like testing minis. I've been mixing a lot of colors and seeing what I can come up with and testing some things.
It's been really...
So that's been exciting.
Yeah, it's been fun coming home from work and seeing like the yarn hanging up or whatever and be like, oh, that's cool, that's cool.
But yeah, I was able to replicate this one. So that I'm happy.
It's gorgeous.
About it. It actually looks like the color that you use in your Pure Joy. Chartreuse. So that will be up in the shop soonish. I have a bunch of stuff that needs to get scanned up. Pictures need to be taken, and it needs to go up on the website.
Lovely.
Not the Etsy shop.
No, we have a website now.
So let's talk about...
Let's talk about baby.
Do we have any... Oh, let's talk about Owl Post. And for those of you who are new, Owl Post are things that some of you generous
thanks
viewers
for saying that.
Have sent us. So I'm going to start with this one because I think this one is amazing.
This is so cool. I agree with you 100%.
We didn't know this was coming. So this was sent to us by a viewer by the name of Mary Beth. So thank you, Mary Beth.
Thanks, this is super cool. I've never seen anything like this.
So, this is a bag made by Liam Murphy, who is murphysnh.com.
We'll have that link down below for sure.
So definitely check out Liam's site. This is a bag. He makes he makes tote bags, and she totally saw them and was like, wait, these are project bags too. So they're bags that are made from old billboards. So the bags are repurposed materials, which I love, and wait till you see this. So the bag is made from a repurposed billboard. So the fabric, or what it's made of, is very durable, because billboards have to be. And the handles are repurposed seat belts.
Isn't that cool?
So here's the bag. It is very sturdy. They are, they are stiffer.
Which is great.
Right?
Like, how great would that be to keep next to the couch and stuff?
Here's the inside.
It's humongous.
Really great. And then if you needed an additional strap, it has the little, these aren't D-rings, but where you can put a strap on.
Yeah.
Your handles could go right in.
But
if
like
you have
they're
the strap.
literally seatbelts. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah, you have an exterior pocket here, another one on this side, and this was, so it was made from a sign that was promoting the Hard Rock Hotel in Orlando.
Look at the colors.
I just think it's so different from anything that I've seen.
I agree.
And then you get to pick out some stuff.
The bottom, it's like definitely a hard bottom to keep it
sturdy. Like if you look at here, like this image, like it's a window. I think, right? So that's probably like part of the hotel window. And I just think they're so cool.
I do
like,
too.
who would have thought that you could take old billboards and turn them into bags?
Where do you even get old billboards from?
I don't know.
Like, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's incredibly well made. The stitching on it's beautiful. Yeah. I'm not a sewer, but I do want to become one. Oh, let's talk about this for a second, guys.
Oh, let's not, Kevin. You can't do one more thing, please.
Yeah, I can have this. No. If Michael could become a sewist, I can become a sewist.
You're not allowed to be friends anymore.
I still don't have my car back. It's been, it'll be 6 weeks on Tuesday since I dropped my car off. So I've been without a car for 6 weeks. So it's not the best thing in the world. But there is a local, the next town over, there's a shop that has sewing lessons. So I think I want to take that. So Mary Beth, thank you for sending that over.
That was so sweet of you.
Guys, please go check out Liam's site. I think that it's just so cool. And his cards,
even his business cards,
are even on recycled cardboard. Yeah. So really awesome.
I think Kevin had mentioned this, that they're mostly there weren't any like knitting bags. He does other things, and I think that was a market that Mary Beth had told him to kind of get into.
Well, he markets them as totes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did I get the thing wrong? Could I see the card?
Let's see.
I may have spelled this name wrong. I just want to go to the site.
Liam Murphy. Murphs. All right, so the next thing, this is, I have no words, but this is from our friend Sandy. We met Sandy and her group over at Knit City, Montreal. She had made them all. We started seeing all these people with these gigantic totes that said Knit City, Montreal on it, with this beautiful like fabric, like knitting fabric and all those things. And she made some for us and sent them to us. And let me show you, because I think we talked about this before. This is what we saw people walking around. Are you ready for this? This is absolutely ridiculous.
And she made it for like 20 people.
Yeah.
Or maybe even more. I don't remember the exact number.
There was a huge group. We saw them everywhere.
Yeah. Like...
What? So,
I'm going to take it to Rhinebeck to shop with.
I'm totally am. So, look, so it's zippered. This thing is massive. Kevin, get inside.
I probably could. I'm not going to lie.
I know. There are pockets galore in here. One of the pockets, both of the pockets have
zippers.
Is
there 3?
No, I think there's 2 actually.
2 pockets, yeah.
The quality is outstanding. There goes Kevin. So that's perfect. I'll take him. That's actually a good look for you. Let's keep that. So she made each of us one of these. You know what she also did? She also made stuff for you guys. So she sent us 6 bags, two bags of each fabric. I'm not sure.
This thing is.
I know.
Huge.
I love it so much.
I know. Beautiful.
Yeah. We are going to be giving these away. I don't know how many yet because I kind of want to keep.
I know, because
I want to keep one, and then I'm sure my mom would love one of these as well. So I'm going to show you the 3 different designs. One of them are these adorable llamas.
Well,
I'm going to. And then, wait. Come on. What? Look at the bottom.
This is beautiful.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
I love the fabric altogether. And then the inside.
So these are also humongous. She calls these like small. These are huge.
Yeah.
And they also have a zipper pocket on the inside. So we have llamas. Super cute. Yep.
We have sheep.
That are like yarn ball, like the round sheeps.
Same. Inside it says happy, happy, happy. And has the beautiful red fabric from the handle and the bottom on the inside for the bottom and for the zippered pocket. Which these are really generous sized pockets too.
The quality is outstanding.
Yeah.
And then the third one is yarn balls. Look at, they have, I don't know if you can see, some of them are sparkly. The gold ones are sparkly. And this is needles at the ready here. The inside is a really neat, it's going to be hard to see, but a really neat fabric. It's got scissors, skeins of yarn, butterflies, flowers.
It has like a flower,
circular needles,
with like Scandinavian star.
Yeah,
straight needles.
It's difficult to show.
Yeah, it's quite dark.
Oh, you know what? It's here. It's same. It's kind of similar to what's on this. Oh, yeah.
They're just so well made. They're so big too. They're like, this is gonna hold a couple. This could hold a couple sweaters.
Oh, easily. So again, these we're not sure how we're gonna give these away. They might go in. We have a lot of prizes for Let's Hear It for the Boys, but it'll either end up in there or we'll do a giveaway separately. I want to give these away soon. They're really, really gorgeous. We cannot thank you enough. That was so very sweet of you. She does not have a shop.
She does it because she loves him. Loves doing it, right?
Yeah. I thought you said she loves him.
No, loves it because she loves doing it.
Loves it.
Yes. I'm going to go back to us discussing stuff earlier when I forgot to mention this. So remember I said another good option for Let's Hear It for the Boys would be some vests that Brooklyn Tweed released.
Didn't you show that while I was finding my...
No. So vest number 1.
This is pretty.
Is called Caldwell. It is more of like an outdoor, or an over...
Like a ruggedy
vest. Look at the back is striped. So that's one. Another one is this, which is called Hunter. I want to knit this one. So cables and textures all along it.
All over.
Right? I actually want to knit it in that color. And then you have this one, which is called... Well, that one doesn't tell me.
Are you going to link all these in the show notes?
This is called the Core Vest.
It's hard to see because of the shadows.
I know, I'm going to...
Ooh. It's such a simple looking vest.
Yeah. So here's the Core Vest.
So pretty.
So those are some good options. Handsome.
Very handsome.
I think this is another Core.
He's very handsome. I don't know who that is. You know who that is?
No.
Oh. I thought you were going to say you don't know who that is.
So those are some, I think, some great options.
Yeah, I love his his tattoos.
I know. Do you have any more Happy Mail on your side?
No, but you do.
I do. Hold on. I want to. Oh, this is from.
This is going to be a grand prize. From.
I know. We have to figure out how we do this. So this.
Well, this is going to be a grand prize. We're just going to ship
all of it.
Yeah, the whole box.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Oh.
This is huge.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. So, Steve and Andy from Leading Men reached out to us and offered.
Oh, maybe not.
To send. I feel like this could be a couple.
This should be a grand prize.
Some yarn. For.
Guys, if you're watching, this is absolutely asinine.
So, this.
I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, I don't, because they're different weights. So I feel
it's a sample. So that's the audition. It's their audition pack. So it's a sample of everything that they have.
So here's package one. So we have their Diva base, kind of a big deal. This one, is their callback base. This is called Citrus Splash. This is their Polworth DK, Fields of Gold, Dramaturg. I've used this.
Yeah, that's
this DK base. I've used this, and
yeah,
it's beautiful.
That's their MCN, right? Or no?
No, this is just 100% superwash merino. This is in Mornings in the Backyard.
What I use their MCN.
This is their box office, which is worsted weight, and this is one of a kind, or their director's interpretation.
I like that.
And then there's a mini back here called That Somewhere.
Maybe since they're all packaged like that, maybe we'll do.
Then we have this package, which is their showstopper.
That's what I've used Show Stealer, I think.
Yes. This is 75-25. This one here's called Seaweed. Then we have Show Stealer, which is their MCN. This is Stop, You're Making Me Blush. Sparkle Sock. Colorway's called Yarn Hoarder. This is Spotlight, and it's called Don't Rain on My Parade.
Don't rain on my parade.
And then this is Soliloquy, and the colorway is called Snow Cone.
And their Soliloquy has a lot of yardage.
Yeah, it's 657 yards. But we also have this package, which has...
Yeah, maybe we'll break these up.
Yeah, because this one has a mini. This is Sand Dollar. So this is a DK mini skein, which you don't see often. We have a sock blank.
Now, I've only knit one time using a sock blank, and it was using Leading Men, and the socks are beautiful.
This is called Ready or Not.
Ready or Not.
And then we have a mohair silk lace weight. This is called Heathers. That's their, I love Heathers. It's such a good movie. And then this is their showstopper intermission.
I like how they package those.
This is a 75-25. This is a 50-gram mini. That's a good
Isn't
size.
it cool
That's
how they
nice
package
mini.
it? Like they fold it in half like that? I love that.
It's, you know why? And it's super smart.
It's super smart.
So they don't have to use a different band. And I love their new bands, the rainbow on it.
Yeah.
I watched...
Well, relatively new.
Yeah. So they're out of Clinton, Illinois. I remember, so the first time we were so excited right before COVID. So March 2020, they were going to be at Stitches United, which was going to be in Hartford, Connecticut. And we were so excited that we were going to be able to go and see their booth. And obviously COVID, it got canceled. That was like the one that I was super bummed about.
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
Because we had been watching the YouTube channel forever. We have a bunch of their yarn. They have a really good birthday sale. Like whenever the birthday sale happens, you have to hit up the birthday sale.
I think that's where we ended up getting a lot of our
That's
yarn.
where I bought so
ton.
much yarn during the birthday sale.
Yeah, that was
and then we also got the pin and a cup.
Maybe we'll keep the cup and the pin and we'll give away the rest.
So, Steve and Andy, can't thank you enough. This was like, when we opened this, I was like, oh my gosh.
So this is their audition pack, which is basically every base that they have.
Yeah.
All like their products and stuff like that. I didn't realize it was... I knew it was so much. Like, we were so overwhelmed when we opened up the box. I couldn't even look at it all. Like, we had to, like, just walk away. But, yeah, so we'll split these up. I think that'll be really, really great. So this will be part of our prize pack up for Let's Hear It for the Boys, which is why they wanted to donate for that.
So thank you.
So thank you guys so much. That was really awesome. And if you haven't already, go check out Leading Men Fiber Arts.
For sure. And
they have brick and mortar now, too.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
They're brick and mortar. And
we should take a trip. Who else do we know in Illinois? Chevis,
I believe. And Michael.
Indiana. Where does she live? Oh, well,
she's
Michael
there because Michael's in Chicago, Illinois.
So maybe we'll do a little circuit.
Okay.
There. Great.
Road trip.
Road trip.
Any more Happy Mail?
I don't think so.
Okay. Not Happy Mail. I will post. Why
did
I call it?
I will post.
I think that's all. Right? Okay. So next up is Breaking the Bank.
Kevin, I said this wasn't going to be a long episode. Didn't I just say that?
It's... Nah, I have nothing.
Nothing. If I can.
I don't have any purchases.
You do. This is one. You want to show this?
Sure. All right.
Because we each got one.
Okay.
This is a spoiler alert.
Because we just got it, so you may not have received it. As you guys know, we had signed up for Les Garçons Mysterious Tropics 3-month sock set club.
I'm going to show you the artwork.
We got the first shipment, so if you do not want to see it, please look away in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, what? I absolutely love the colors. This is very summery.
I know, it's giving me very islandy.
It's giving me very island vibes.
So here is the first shipment. Again, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, guys.
So I'm not going to talk about it in case you're listening, but let's just appreciate the beauty and those little things that reflect that image on the card. The pin and sticker are fantastic. The mini is called...
Look at the Progress Keeper is probably one of my favorites.
I know. That it's really good. And then the mini is called Sandy Beach, which is a very nice beigey color. And this is on their BFL sock, so 80/20.
We should put this here so we know.
Never disappointed.
No, never ever disappointed. This is absolutely beautiful. We sent them a message saying how gorgeous everything was. Here's a close-up of the Progress Keeper. That's so good.
Yeah.
Look at the pin, the gold. I love it. Is that like rose gold? No,
yes.
Yeah.
Rose gold.
So good. So Max draws out all the images, and the artwork is where they create the stickers and pins and stuff from, and then Vincent is just an absolute genius.
Die master.
Vincent the Die Master. So that's that. We've got 2 more of those coming.
That's all I purchased.
I did get a few more things. I showed you the twice shared sheep, the chain that I got. That's the newer one there. I made a mistake. I bought the wrong size. I wanted to get a size up. So this chain, I can show you this is the original one, the original case that I got for our twice shared sheep paraphernalia. We're using a few of the other ones, but I got this one was a dog print. This is the size that goes up to a US 7. I'm sorry, a US 8. I thought that this was a smaller one, so I meant to get the size up because yes, it slides on my sweater, but I rather have like a larger ring on it. So I was hoping for the larger rings.
I have an idea. Oh, forget it.
Okay. So basically, what this is, you're counting your rows, and as you slip your you get to the end of the row, you just slip onto the next one so you can tell where you were at. And then there's also a little progress keeper here too. If you have to do something after a certain amount of rows, you get to that point and you know, okay, now I'm going to repeat all of that. Or you can also keep track if you have more than 10 rows.
I mean, it's a little bit more work, but we have our Pearl Soho set of stitch markers.
Yeah. And
there's the one that has like the loop.
Yeah.
You can attach that to that because that's bigger, and then you just slide that, and then you would have to, take it off each time.
I'm just gonna get a new one. Just gonna get more. So I wanted to get free shipping. So of course I added this stitch marker, progress keeper stitch marker basically. Maybe it would be a progress keeper. I thought it was very cute. It's a little penguin.
Excuse me. It is.
Right?
Yeah, I would say I would go progress keeper.
Yeah.
No, can I see it actually, please? Oh yeah, it's actually it's much lighter than I would have thought. I do find sometimes with progress keepers of this size, they tend to be a little bit heavier.
It's very light.
This is actually very, very light, so I would say either progress keeper, and I could see stitch marker too on a smaller needle.
So then I got a set of the knits increases and decreases. So basically, I use these for my socks. You can use them for sweaters as well. The first ring, like if you're doing a knit row, sorry if that's making anybody sick. If you're doing a knit row or an increase row, it'll help you keep track really easily. So when I was doing my my decreases, I can't find our original ones, which kind of prompted me to get some more of these as well. So you have your knits and your decreases, and then your knits and your increases for the projects. They're so cute. They come in little sets. This one is the sheep. So you got a sheep, and look at his behind. Isn't that cute with the little thing? And then this is the llama. Cute, right? And they all hang out in my little because you're using one to keep track of your front of your project or the back of your project.
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, I am. I'm doing that.
I was like, no.
I'm like, I swear to God, I just saw it. Yeah, I am. So here's the right side of my work, which is basically I wanted to mark the front of my sweater.
Oh, I was like, the entire sweater's the right side.
You know what I mean. Well, I know what I mean.
So,
Kevin's moving on to the difficult phase of his day.
I think it's because I'm a little tired and I'm hungry because
I'm starving. We didn't have the egg sandwiches like we wanted.
No, we did not eat prior to recording.
All right, we're almost done.
Okay, we'll keep going.
Okay, the next thing that I have is another club. This one is from Going Gnome, which I jumped in on that. I was very excited to hear that they were doing another mystery club. You don't know what you're getting. It also is kind of like a under the sea, like islandy type of vibe. It's called Under the Sea, very summery. So this is the Mystery Club 2023. They're exploring the wide open oceans and seas of the planet, which is home to some of the most interesting and ancient species on Earth, as well as mythical creatures that have delighted humans for centuries. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so everybody should have gotten theirs, where I'm hoping that everybody got theirs. And if you haven't, you're going to hear about it now. So if you're not interested or you don't want to be spoiled, you can end the episode now, because I'm not quite sure how long I'm going to talk about this for. I think this is absolutely adorable.
It's so cute.
This is the baby sea turtle.
You know who needs that?
Me.
Kate. So that she could have the sea turtle to hang
with
out with her
frogs. All right, I'll give it to her. Kate, do you want this? I'll do it this weekend, and I'll give it to you.
You might be able to get 2 out of it. Sometimes, like, you've been able to get more than... You have some leftovers. You could improvise.
So, while sea turtles grow to be 3 to 4 feet long and weigh up to 350 pounds, they start off their lives small and defenseless, measuring 2 to 3 inches at birth, Hatchlings must crack through their shells and make the journey across the sandy beaches to the sea. More than 90% of hatchlings are eaten by predators before they reach adulthood.
We just watched something
We
on that.
did. Sea turtles do not have teeth but very powerful jaws and are omnivores, eating seagrass, algae, crabs, whelks, jellyfish, and conches.
Good for them. I'm glad that they eat crabs because the crabs eat them before they get to the ocean, so it's revenge.
They wouldn't eat jellyfish, but they do enjoy conch fritters.
I'm happy that
Melissa and Jennifer.
They get some revenge.
So anyway, this is super cute. I actually need to jump back into my needle felting because I still have a project that's
a sloth, right?
Yeah. I want to finish the sloth and do the baby turtle. That's my next big adventure. I have so many things. All right.
Ooh, excuse me. And I think that's the end of the knitting content. Up next is what we've been reading and watching. So if that's not your cup of tea, may you go have a cup of tea somewhere else with a biscuit.
Great. Plenty of tea in the sea.
That's going to take us right into watching. We've been watching Ted Lasso with the tea and biscuits. So we are on the final season, season 3. We watched, I think we're 8 episodes in, 8 or 9. So we have about 3 or 4 episodes left. So we'll finish those today. Literally love Ted Lasso.
Agreed.
The
characters are so good, and to watch the progression of them over the past 3 seasons has been just so good. And people that you love now you hate, but you love to hate them. Like I was just saying,
you still love them.
I still do. I was saying to Kevin last night. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I'm like, man, I still love this dude, but I want to hate him, but I still kind of like him. I don't know how to explain it.
And then there are other ones who you start out disliking, and then
they're my favorites.
I know, you love them.
I know. I definitely got a couple of times I got the feels, especially after last night's episode.
Yes.
We watched the episode when they're in Amsterdam.
And then the one after that too, right? Yes, the one after that also.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's so good. If you haven't watched Ted Lasso, give it a try.
It's on Apple TV Plus. If you don't have Apple TV Plus and you can sign up, even just to watch it, I think it's worth it. Cancel it after watching Ted Lasso if you want, but it's such a good show.
Yeah, it really is. And they're shorter episodes. Some of them are 35 to 40 minutes. Others are about an hour or so. It's one of those shows where it goes by so fast though.
It does, and and you see it and you think oh, this is soccer, but that's literally background noise for the show for the most part.
Yeah.
That's
the
just
people that you care about.
So good.
Yeah. The actors are great too.
Yes,
they're really good.
Then we did some just some rewatching of some DC movies. We did
we had a marathon.
We did Man of Steel, then we did Batman vs Superman, and then we did the Justice League one.
It's the extended one.
Yeah.
So it was a 4-hour and some odd movie.
Well, no, we did the Zack Snyder version. It's so much better than the original too.
I don't even remember the original now because that's how I prefer to watch it.
Yeah,
the story makes so much more sense, I think.
Yeah,
with that,
it's just so much better. And then I've been watching Wimbledon, week 1. It's my favorite of the. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I can only really watch Wimbledon and U.S. Open because of the timing. And they're aired here where French Open and Australian Open typically aren't on TV here. So I've been watching those. And
and I've been watching, I think it's called Our Planet, which is where we saw the sea turtles and stuff.
Oh, because you've been watching that when I play Diablo?
Yeah.
So if I come up and play Diablo 4, he watches Our Planet.
I like documentaries in the background, nature documentaries.
Yeah.
In the background if I don't have to don't want to listen or, pay attention to stuff. It used to be Star Trek, but I haven't done a Star Trek marathon in a while.
You haven't?
No.
Or The Office. You haven't watched The Office in a while.
I'm due for The Office. I want to binge Schitt's Creek again.
I know. I would love to do a rewatch
I would
of
love
Schitt's
to
Creek.
do a rewatch.
And yeah, that's the other thing I've been doing. I've been playing some Diablo 4. I don't play often. If I can, I'll get an hour in a day, and then I try. That's kind of my limit because otherwise I can sit up here all day. But I finished the campaign, and so now I'm just putzing.
Congratulations.
And then, so that's it for watching. Reading, I finished one book. It was a male romance in the series that I've been reading. It's called Rear-Ended.
Of course it is.
This is in the Bull Mechanics. Yeah. Big Bull Mechanics.
Big Bull Mechanics.
Yeah. That's the name of the garage that they all work at.
I'm sure.
So this followed Henry and the other character, Augie. So what's really nice about it is that these series by K.M. Neuhold, which I've read several of these now, all of the characters are introduced within book one, and then kind of as the series continues going on, each one finds their like love. There are naughty bits. I just kind of skip over that. These aren't as bad as that other book, the Angel book that I was reading, that was like a full chapter. Some of them can be a little bit long, so again, I just fast forward through those, read the story. It was cute. You have this, so Augie is the mechanic, and then Henry, and I forgot about this until I started reading it. It was like they ended the previous book with the opening scene of this one. And they had met previously, and Henry didn't know he was applying for a job to work at the mechanic shop that Augie does, because I don't even think they exchanged names at that point. Oh no, Henry did, but he gave him a fake name. That's right. And Henry is kind of a lost person. Life took a quick, sharp left turn. He lost everything and doesn't feel that he's worth much of anything. And through their getting to know each other and their friendship, he kind of gets his groove back, and just really cute. They're all funny. And then I'm reading 2 books. I'm reading The Ferryman by Justin Cronin. This book,
you are reading it.
I don't know how I feel about it yet. It is weird. The book takes place technically on 3 items that are hidden from the rest of the world, and I believe the inhabitants of these islands don't know about the rest of the world either. And the main island is called Prospera, and all of the inhabitants are iterations of themselves, and I don't know how that happens yet. It hasn't been discussed, but basically the creator wanted to create an environment that promoted people at their best. So artists and actors. There's also, I believe there's a bunch of people in here, and I don't know how it all works yet, but I know it was like artists, actors, creative people, doctors, I think lawyers, and there is a 3rd island that's called the Nursery, and that is where these iterations are. I don't know if they're cloned, if they're born. We don't know that yet. But they come from the Nursery to Prospera via the Ferryman at the age of 16. And then they all wear monitors that show what their almost like life level is at. And when they get below 10%, it's kind of time for the Ferryman to take them back to the Nursery, where they go to sleep, and then a new iteration of them comes up, and again the cycle starts over. 16, and they can live to be like 120 to 150.
Wow.
And then they have sometimes echoes of their past lives. Like, they don't come back with any memory of who they are, and they just got kind of adopted by a new family. So there's no natural birth on the island either. So it's very weird. I don't know what's going on. You know that there's more going on that's being hidden from the population, but you don't know what yet. So it feels like it's starting to get uncovered. And one of the main character, his name is Proctor. He is a ferryman, and he's a little bit different than some of the other ones. He has dreams, which they don't dream typically. That's a bad sign. It's almost like they're echoes of past lives. So just kind of waiting to see how that one unfolds. But in the meantime, I decided to give book 12 of the Cradle series by Will Wight a read. Jump back into that. When it first came out, I didn't have that in me to read. So this is following. It's the final book in our our
hoping
journey.
it's the final one.
No, it is.
I don't know.
No, it is. This is the final book of Weishi Linden, who we met back in book 1 in Sacred Valley, and
so much
has happened over the previous 11 books, and he's grown, and we've met so many characters who we are still continuing to follow through the series. Yaren, Zeal, Mercy. Is it Mercy?
Mercy.
Dross, Little Blue, Orthos. So we're still following this makeshift family, kind of. Well, yeah, Ethan. I fucking love Ethan. He's such a.
I think you just swore. You just dropped the F-bomb.
I did, but he's like such a character.
I've been so good today.
You don't know. He's another one. You don't know if you love or hate him throughout the series.
Right.
It's such a good series. The characters are fantastic. It's so hard to go in detail about it because so much has
I know,
happened.
And you don't want to like ruin anything either because like Lyndon really starts off as this boy who, you know, is not is at a disadvantage. He's like not planned to like advance and, you know, and grow like the rest of the people in his village with his powers
and his clan.
Yeah, and you know, he overcomes all of those odds and starts advancing really, really quickly and goes on this major adventure and is now in a situation where he's just like way different. It's so good. I'm listening to it now, the same book that Kevin
How far into it are you?
Pretty far.
Like what percentage? Do you know?
I can tell you how much time I have left. So it's a 16-hour listen, I think.
Really? Mine was a
or 11-hour listen.
Because mine's like a 16-hour read.
I have an hour and 20 minutes left.
Oh, wow.
I'm on chapter 33.
Oh, okay.
I'm really far into it. It's so good that like I've been listening to it when I get up in the morning with my coffee before Kevin gets up. I just like listen to it and like putts like this morning. You know, I did the same thing. I was drinking my coffee, putting away like the cleaning, you know, emptying out the dishwasher, just listening to the book because it's so good. It's kind of sad I only have an hour and 30 minutes left.
I know. So I would say the best way to describe this, it definitely has a very old, like, Asian undertone to it, right? Like, initially, I mean, his Weishi Linden, the way that the clans are described, it reminded me of old martial arts movies.
Yeah.
Like, that type of feel. But then it's almost like a magic system, but not. It
Absolutely.
Actually reminds me more of like Final Fantasy, the video games, like that type of magic system.
I never put that together before. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
So it's weird because it's definitely fantasy, but I think it leans, and I could be mistaken. I believe the genre in Kindle is Asian fantasy.
Oh, okay. It's excellent. It's really
really
excellent.
is.
I know 12 books sounds like it's...
You fly right through.
Yeah, you do.
And
I would recommend listening to them for sure. The narrator is phenomenal.
The best part about them is that they're free on Kindle Unlimited. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you pay nothing for the book. So if you have that and an Audible, you could spend your Audible
credit. So that's what I did.
And then you could do both.
Yeah.
But it really is. It's just such great character development and story and world building. So much more of the world is uncovered in each book. Mm-hmm. And he just grows. So all of the characters grow so much from book to book. It's phenomenal.
It's so hard when it's been a while since we've read the same book at the same time. So it's been very difficult to not talk to Kevin about what's been happening since I'm ahead.
Yes.
He's usually the one that's ahead. But yeah, it's really, really excellent. So yeah, I'm listening to that. I highly recommend the series for sure. I'm currently reading... Oh, I finished The Lost Witch, which is by Jessica Dodge. It was only one book, I believe. There might be another one coming out in November.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure on that, though. It was okay. It was a good book. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. It was, it was definitely entertaining, but yeah, it's nothing to write home about. it felt almost juvenile in the writing. Nothing against the author, but I think it's just that maybe that style of book. I like big like lead ups, especially when you're dealing with discovering powers, and I love a good origin story, and I love like hearing like spending a lot of time on that origin story, which is why I love playing video games like Final Fantasy. And I'm one of those who has to unlock every secret in the like completionist with those kind of games. Like my favorite Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy X. And like you start off as Titus and you just, weak sauce, and then you get so powerful, but then there's still more to learn. It takes forever. So kind of like my stories, right, Kev?
Oh. Woo.
So anyway, I was hoping for that in this book, but it breezes past a lot of that stuff, and it just kind of plops you in the middle there. I missed the backstory, I think. And I'm currently reading The Fourth Wing, which is a recommendation by Kevin. He's been talking about it. It's a lot of people are talking about it. It's by Rebecca Yarros.
It's all over Book Talk.
All over Book Talk. And it was a $15 purchase on Amazon, which was high.
Cheaper than a skein of yarn.
It is cheaper than a skein of yarn. So, depending on the yarn that you buy. I am happy to spend that money. I know people are waiting for this to come available in like the libraries, Libby app and all those other things. I don't like to wait. So I am so happy that I started this book. I'm not very far in, maybe 20% in or something like that, 30%, I don't know. It's so good.
So good.
It's from the beginning. It's so good. And it usually sometimes takes some time for me to get invested in these characters and stuff, but I was invested right away.
Yeah.
I was very, very excited about where it's going. I think it seems very familiar, but also very different. With like the Dragon Riders and stuff like that, I keep finding connections to, what was that?
So for me, I said it reminded me of Hunger Games.
Yes.
Aragon.
Ender's
Game. And something else. I don't remember. But it's like this... Divergent series. It is this whole... It has elements from all of them in a very mashed up manner, but obviously different. But it just reminds me that little pieces from all of those places.
It's very good. It's adult without being like in your face. Like there's swearing and stuff in there. And I don't know. The writer, she's excellent. I don't know what else she's written, if she's written anything else, but I love the writing style. The dialogue feels very fluid and very natural, like something that, how we would have a conversation about or how we would react to things.
Yeah, because we talk about dragons often.
No, but like the way that, like the word choices and stuff.
I know.
The construction of sentences. Anyway, I highly recommend it already. I don't even know what's going to happen next, but
it's good.
It's
read
good.
it.
Totally. Your heroine is a
her name is Violet.
Yeah, I was going to say she's not a traditional like, hey, I'm super strong. Like she's got some weaknesses and stuff, and it's how she's overcoming those weaknesses or living with those weaknesses. I think is just interesting as well. So,
I think that's one of the cool things about this is that she's not your typical heroine, and she has a permanent...
She's still badass, though.
Yeah, but she has a permanent... I guess it is illness, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, but...
I don't... They actually don't go into a lot of detail on it.
They don't name
it. But it's... She has a permanent illness, and to see... I think it's really important to show that she can still be a hero... That she's not really at a disadvantage.
So it's early enough in the book that you could say, like, she's got issues with her bones and joints. Like, she's very susceptible to broken bones and joints, got weak, all
like
those things.
Things coming out of sockets, like...
Yeah. Which I can't remember the name. There is a condition for that. Not an osteoporosis kind of thing, but...
And because of this, at such an early age, she was going to go into a different route into this war college... until something happened in the life and her mother was like, nope, you're doing this. Yeah. And so people don't have belief in her. So she's actually had to like conjure that belief in herself. And people do along the way, but she's just, I think she's such a fantastic, smart character.
I love the dialogue. I'm very big on smart dialogue, and it's a very smart dialogue.
Very smart dialogue.
Very smart.
It's kind of like the dialogue that we would have.
It's a one-way street over here. All right, I think that's everything that we have to say for ourselves in this short episode.
So, don't forget, if you're entering the giveaways, the keywords are socks and s'mores. And I think that's pretty much it.
I think that's it. Join our...
check the website out. Give any feedback if you have any. I know the one thing that's missing that will be there, hopefully by the end of the weekend, is the About Us page. But yeah, I think that's everything.
Don't forget about the Let's Hear It for the Boys. Please post on Instagram or in the Ravelry thread. Join us for the summer make-along with Hohi and mYak.
Yes, and I don't know if we said that. It doesn't have to be out of mYak yarn.
No, any Hohi pattern
any yarn
that you want. Yeah, the mYak would be a bonus because it's delicious yarn. Yeah, it's definitely a treat yourself yarn.
The yarn that we got there's other bases. And yeah, other bases. I think a really good one too would be her hipster.
Oh, the hipster shawl.
But using the cloud base.
Cloud, yeah. I agree. It's over there.
Oh, it's over there.
I'm staring. I'm looking.
No, that's not the cloud base. I was looking for my sage color. I don't know where I put it. But yeah, so I think that's everything. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
We sure do.
And we will see you all in 2 weeks.
A fortnight.
In 2 weeks. I hope you have a good fortnight.
See
you in a fortnight.
Yeah, see you in a fortnight.
All right. That's
goodbye.
Goodbye.